So the ego doesn't want unity because the ego is the part of you that's essentially just your mind. It's totally made up. All right. So you might be kind of offended by that, but it's really not you, it's your ego. Because to experience unity, to awaken, is to realize that the ego is just part of the mind and everything we think is imaginary. And when you have an experience of experiencing pure awareness where the mind just completely drops, it goes away, the ego and the personality and everything you think about who you are, that's all within the mind. And so when the mind goes away, so does all of that. And then what's left is just this pure awareness. And it's like, well, who am I then? What is this? What's watching? What's here? What is this thing? And so that experience will show you, like, okay, I am not my mind. My mind went away for like 5 seconds, but something was still here watching. So what is that? That's what we really are, that awareness. This body is just a vehicle for awareness. And the mind is like this computer system that's helping keep the body alive, and it creates this persona and this ego for operating in the world, which is important. We need it to be able to do things like this and have conversations and make sense of the world. But once you see that it really is just kind of a program in your mind, you stop seeing that as me. And you start living life as awareness. You kind of realize, like, I am awareness. I'm not this person. And so where this comes into the ego not wanting unity is when you have an experience like that where the mind goes away. I've heard of a lot of people, they say, oh, it was really scary, like it made me frightened, or I've heard, I felt so lonely. I've never felt so lonely. And for me personally, it was kind of like, okay, now what? What should we do now? Because I've always been like kind of a goal-oriented person, and part of waking up has shown me that, like, that's not the way, And so I believe that all these reactions to an awakened experience, being awareness, I believe that's the ego reeling you back in. For me, my mind was saying, okay, now what? Come back to us. Work on something. Because as long as you're content to just be, the mind has no purpose. The ego has nothing to reaffirm itself, nothing to defend, because the ego is defense. The ego just wants to defend things and resist things to, reaffirm its own existence. And once you're content, the ego has nothing to do. So it has a little tantrum and it tries to bring you back. So be aware of that. All resistance is your ego, which is just this program in your mind. And so next time you're resisting something, remember that you are awareness and you are not that ego. And ask yourself, like, who is resisting? What is this thing that's resisting? It's really just like a program in your mind, which is not you. So if you want to try to experience this awareness, observe yourself from a third-person perspective. It's called being the witness. Awareness, you start to realize that awareness is like kind of its own thing. We're not bodies with awareness. We are awareness within a body. What I talked about earlier, where the mind just going away kind of proves that realization to you. Like, I am not the mind. And our body is made of non-body parts. It's made of the earth, which is made of space dust. So it's literally just we're self-aware space dust. And when we die, this dust is going to turn into something else. It's, you know. But so awareness is like the thing in which everything happens. It's silent and it's still and it's unchanging. And all this change is happening within awareness. So once you start to be aware of awareness, which was a very enlightening nugget of information that I came across, pretty late in my meditation journey. But since I've read about that idea, I've been practicing it, and it's really changing me. It's really making it clear, like, I am not this thing. And so try being aware of awareness, which I know sounds weird because awareness is fucking everywhere. It's like, what do I pay attention to? So for me, it's more so just kind of an open awareness. Just sensing that stillness, that silence, that sense of being. You're not becoming anything. Meditation is not about becoming, it's about being. And just relaxing, just being content with what is, being with awareness, focusing on that stillness and that silence within all the noise and the movement. So try it out. It'll change your life.